Yeah, it's definitely nerve-wracking. I mean, you're on a tryout. You know, you're trying to get into the starting 11. You're trying to show the coaches that you have quality to play on the pitch. So you're obviously nervous. I think if you weren't nervous, there'd be something wrong. You know, there's something on the line every time you step on the pitch. It's nerve-wracking, but it's also a game that I've been playing for 21 years of my life, and so I've played probably 1,000 games. So as we get into the flow of things, you kind of just become more comfortable, gain more confidence as the game goes on, and so the nerves kind of go away, and it's more of an exciting thing.
Nick Hagglund will be coming on for Toronto FC, the first-round draft pick.
Every touch you take, every ball you play is vitally important because it adds up, and you're just trying to take one step at a time, adding bricks on top of bricks.
Another big day for Toronto FC. Throughout the winter, before Christmas time, they announced the signing of Gilberto, and then Jermaine Defoe and Michael Bradley early in the new year, and it keeps on coming today as Toronto FC has secured a loan deal for the services of Julio Cesar from Queen's Park Rangers.
You're looking at someone with a lot of experience, obviously going to be playing in the World Cup, has over 100 appearances with Flamengo, Inter Milan, Queen's Park Rangers as well too. He's making this move to Toronto, and let's see if he could fulfill all expectations.
One day you are in Brazil, one day you are in Italy, one day you are in UK, one day you are in Toronto. So, did you like my accent, Toronto? Because the people here say like that, not Toronto, no Toronto. So I don't know, a lot of moves, you know. Yeah. A lot of friends of mine, they told me Toronto is a good city to live. No, apart the weather, but the other things is really good. You know why? Because in Brazil, I don't like to talk about this, but it's true. It's too dangerous there, no? Yeah, especially Rio and São Paulo.
Obviously, for him to get some playing time for Scolari going into this World Cup, because he was falling out of favor at Queen's Park Rangers.
The first year is okay, but the second, when you don't play, it's hard, you know? Especially me, because I need to play to be fit, to look forward for the World Cup, you know? And the coach of the national Brazilian team, he was calling me every day. Did you find the team? Did you find the team? Did you find the team? I will, wait, it's not easy. I need to find a team that wants to take me, you know, so it's not easy. So finally, when I knew about Toronto, I said, yeah, of course, let's go.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for assembling on short notice for today's special announcement. The format will be opening statements from the gentleman up front. We'll throw 2 questions, and then a photo opportunity and scrums. With that, I'd like to turn things over to the General Manager of Toronto FC, Mr. Tim Bezbachenko.
It's a beautiful city. I know the coach very well, so let's go. A new experience, because when I move, when I start to play in another country, another league, is to keep me motivated. Yeah, so it's nice. I'm really excited, you know, to begin to start to train with the new colleagues.
This process started with Ryan Nelson's work in the off season, or last season, excuse me.
Yeah, my
friend.
Oh, boys.
How
How are you?
you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to
Oh,
see you.
Thank you for everything, man. Good.
No problems. Good
Oh,
for
beautiful
you.
training ground.
Yeah, really good.
I played with him there in London, 6 months, just 6 months maybe. I don't remember now, but top guy. I'm happy to work with him again.
So with that, I am pleased to introduce the newest member of Toronto FC, Julio Cesar.
The Walt Disney World Pro Soccer Classic 2014, Toronto FC Columbus Crew starting us off here. And Michael Bradley getting his first touch of the afternoon.
Brilliant, well done, well done. One of the things that you notice right off the bat is the amount of speed that Toronto has. You see Jackson flying down the right side. There's going to be a different Toronto team from what we saw previously last year.
Dwayne Rosario right-footed, and it goes wide of the right-hand post.
Obviously just got to play together, you know, we had Julio, Jackson, Stephen, Gilberto. All those are playing their first minutes the whole pre-season, so you've got half the team that's just playing, you know, so that they have to get used to each other.
Dwayne slipping it through. Referee blows the whistle right on the edge of Toronto FC's penalty area. The crowd awaits. Federico Higuain curls it and scores superbly.
I'm a little sad because that was my first game, but happy because I'm back to play.
On the edge here, Williams drives it. Goodness me, what a goal! That is world class from Josh Williams.
I was 8 months without plays. It was a tough moment for me, but I'm really happy because today the coach gave me the opportunity to play, to start with the team, but a little sad with the result.
As he's got to get used to the back line, he's got to get used to the system of play. I mean, we're going to be rusty. It's all good. I'd rather have this. Well, I want this to happen now, and we'll so we can, you know, kind of evolve as a team.
Bit of start to Columbus Crew and their Orlando pre-season experience.
Getting to know your teammates better, that's what preseason's about.
Toronto FC getting close to kicking off things in 2014, a massively anticipated season for this club, Adrian, with all the changes they've made. They are now down in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, just outside of Orlando for the 2014 Walt Disney Pro Soccer Classic. They're coming off a 3-1 loss to the Columbus Crew, today being really a regeneration day for the players that got minutes, some of them going to the field that didn't get a lot of minutes against the Columbus Crew. So Friday will be a full training session, and they're going to get things ready to go against Orlando City on Saturday.
It's still going to take some time. I'm going to be honest and say that it is a gradual process where players have to get accustomed to each other. So I'll give them that. Hopefully, as they keep moving forward and more games are being played under their belt, that we start to see a little bit more from these important players.
The game no good, pero no problem. It's the second game. We continue with the work. Eso. Voy a la piscina, vamos. ¿Cómo se dice divertido? Fun? Fun?
Fun.
¿Contexto en inglés? ¿En English?
French was my first language, you know. It's the language of Togo.
¿Cómo se dice? Today is very fun.
Yeah.
Muy divertido.
Okay, if you speak French, Portuguese, Spanish, you can learn either one of them, you know, or Italian, because it's a Latin language, you know, like they're very similar.
I translate.
I'm gonna have you translate. I can understand them. When he speaks Spanish to me, most of the time. Some words are a little different than Portuguese, but yeah, it makes it a lot easier. If they need help, you know, I'll translate for them. But most of the time, I try to make them speak English. And then if they don't know, then I'll tell them in Spanish.
We are for work, but also for fun. No only work. Today is very fun because in the pool with the Gale, Reggie, also Jackson.
Yeah, you know, obviously I've been overseas. I know how it's like to be in a culture where you really didn't, you know, you feel like you don't belong really because you're a little different than them because of the language. So I try to like get them involved as much as possible and interact with them. Good work.
Más o menos.
Sí, es bon. Oh man. Makes things a lot easier, you know. When it's more enjoyable, you know. You wake up and you wanna, you know, you actually wanna go out there with the guys.
Joey, we doing this? That's why I need a haircut. Get some of that. Take the ring.
Joe, how do you think, as our hair consultants, as our firm, how should we go about this?
I think you should just go ahead and take half an inch off of everywhere. Let's just go crazy.
Dude, we can always fix it. Worst comes to worst, we'll shave it.
I like that side, that light.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
What?
What happened?
I don't know. That's getting close to the ear too.
That's why I went slow. Dude, I'm thinking Bex circa 2003.
Dude, I'm thinking Lammy called and you need to go down to that fitness session.
If this isn't that hard to do, I'm just grabbing your hair and cutting it to the same length everywhere around it. Dude, you're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee. How do you cut the front? Joe, you need to step
do
in.
it. Yeah, bring
you
it
need to
down.
step in for the front.
Joe, let's go. Come on.
Here, you can cut it if you want.
I don't want to cut it. He brought me in. I was sitting on the bench and he brought me in.
Dude.
Yeah,
And don't act like that doesn't look sweet either.
Dude, I want Joe. Joe's in charge. It's nothing personal, man. He's in charge from now on. We'll go back. It's alright. Looks good. Just looks shorter. Yeah. That's what I was going for with the haircut. Is that what you said? Oh, damn it. What? Got hair. I used to cut my hair. Joe does a good job cutting his own hair. Actually, I mean, well, other people can say that I did not do a good job, but I mean, since I was like 12 years old, I cut my own hair. And then just this year, I started letting Richter cut my hair. Looks good, man. Thank you, Joseph. This has got to be the most disgusting episode. Now we're gonna go throw all this hair in somebody's bed. That would be grounds for Jordan.
Adrian, you did talk about the players trying to get some more minutes together to become more of a team, to get familiar with the guys around you and the style and just knowing where they are on the pitch. Any other important thoughts that you would say in this one?
Needless to say, injuries in preseason. We saw that with Dike and what a disaster that was for him. And you got to feel for him because he's worked so hard to get back to full fitness, and then to pull or tear his Achilles again, it's unfortunate.
The Achilles, I tore my Achilles in practice, and it was really me taking a pivot step, and then I felt the snap, and you know, I tried to plant my foot and I wasn't able to, and so you know, unfortunately I've done this before, and so I knew right away what it was.
Scoring for the Nigerian team in friendly as well, which was really getting him a good look to possibly go to the World Cup in Brazil, but those hopes have now been dashed.
You know, as far as pain, really the pain for me is not really physically, it's more of mentally. You know, you're playing well, you have a chance to go to the World Cup, you know, and then you have all of that taken away just like that.
It's just not a great feeling to see, not something you really want to happen to you or anybody else close to you, know, because it's like the footballer's worst, you know, enemy, injury, so you never want to see that.
You know, I'm thankful that it's not career ending. I can still come back and play. You know, that's what motivates me, and I know how well I came back from the injury the last 2 times this has happened to me. So, you know, that I still have that faith and support from my family. fans, the staff, players, everybody. You can't really dwell on the bad things that happen to you in your life, because that'll distract you from the good that's happened and the good that's still to come. And I mean, that applies to almost anything in life. You know, you look at our team last year, maybe we didn't do so well, but if you dwell on that, then it's just going to carry over into the next season. I think, you know, you have a striker's mentality of you forget the past, and I think that our team's going to do that this year. We're going to play really well, and I can't wait to see the roars from the fans and see the excitement of the new team, the changed team. You know, a new era, a new beginning for the Toronto FC.
All right, yeah, hopefully Bright Dike can make his way back. If there's any good news from that, it's the other Achilles, not the one that he tore last season, so he might be able to come back.
I really believe that there's a balance of, you know, good and bad things that happen to you. I'm not saying that when something good happens to you, something bad's gonna happen. I mean, you know, a lot of the times it's the struggle that you put that was the bad to get to that good. So, you know, I think that the same will happen for me, and I think there's a lot of good still to come. You know, I mean, this is my home now, and I think I want to be here. I want to be with the guys and know what's going on. Be ready to rehab and follow the doctor's orders whenever he's ready for me. And so that's what I want come the end of the season, for people to look at me and be like, man, Bright came back at the end of the season, really helped this team out, and that's what my goal is.
Now going to play Orlando City on Saturday, a team that's not even in Major League Soccer, with all the changes to this club, which you would think would be on the quality side, mathematically and on paper. Is this a must-win, even though it's preseason, against Orlando on Saturday?
It's going to be an important game, but I should say that it is definitely a must-win for them.
Here comes CFC, the pace of Reggie Lamb behind them.
You see there the difference when Toronto FC steps up the pressure further up the field.
Think now, come on, get together again!
It makes Orlando City make mistakes playing out of the back. Richter doing well, knocking the ball out of bounds, reading that play. Richter, originally drafted as a forward for Philadelphia.
Ball played in towards the back post, but it goes for a penalty. Becker. Chance for the first goal of pre-season for him. Kyle Becker, right-footed, and scores. Perfectly placed by Kyle Becker. Second half is underway. Orlando City against Toronto FC, the final 45 minutes here. And he gives the ball away as well. Opportunity here for Orlando. Floats across in. Took a nick on the way through. Molino! It's a fine save in the end from the goalkeeper Joe Bendick to deny Orlando the equaliser. Orlando City fans, the Iron Lion firm, in full voice once again here, doing their supporters section proud. Back across, and it just evades Dennis Chin. You can hear the groans around the stadium. Here comes the corner. Towards the back post, it's headed downwards! And it's a goal for Orlando! Finally they get the breakthrough they deserve. And there we have the final whistle. A 1-1 tie here between Toronto FC and Orlando City. The pre-season frustrations continue, arguably, for Toronto FC.
A surprise. I'm really, I would say, disappointed. I'm going to try to tread lightly here. I'm wondering if Toronto came out thinking that, okay, we're playing against a lower-end team, maybe we don't have to give that effort. But I tell you what, Orlando City came out there and really gave everything they got. Toronto was very fortunate to come away with a tie in this match.
Now you only have 2 games left in preseason. You don't play that first weekend in Major League Soccer. You do have a bye, so you're not playing until the 15th. At what point do we see all that money that was spent this season and all the guys that you do know are going to be on the first team get out there and play at least 75 minutes in a match? A lot of news, Adrian, outside of this tournament surrounding the club right now, and that's what we need to talk about. Mateus Laba has been traded. Initial reports were that it was a loan deal with the Vancouver Whitecaps, but he has been officially traded to the Caps for future considerations.
We tried obviously very hard to keep him, but when push came to shove, we based on the roster rules, we couldn't. So just an unfortunate situation where you have roster and salary cap limitations, so you just have to act, and that's what we've done.
Matty, me and his relationship grew along as the year went on, and he was actually one of our part of my core friends on the squad, you know, and it's sad for me to see him leave, you know.
Being a part of a trade is just part of the business, you know, part of American sports, North American sports, like the landscape of it. It's a tough process to go through, but it's just, like I said, it's something that you expect.
It's funny, Emery was my locker partner. He sat right next to me, and then one day he's not on the bus, and I'm like, holy crap. This is how it goes, and it sucks to see guys that I've been building friendships with just leave. It's tough for sure, and then the reality is that could be you, and so it's you come to realize that every day you need to bring a certain standard, you need to bring a certain quality, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking to win games. They're not here to exactly make friends. Yes, we're building a culture where we're friendly, but at the end of the day we want results, and we want to bring a team to Toronto that they're proud of.
I'm feeling lost today. I tried to find my way back, but the landscape has changed, and now I'm miles away from where I belong.
You know, all of preseason is a long process. So at the beginning, you're just so excited to get back into it. You know, you've been on an off season for a while. You're coming from holidays, so you're excited to get back on top of the ball. After a while, maybe that fades away a little bit, and you're grinding away. You know, you got 2-a-days, and it's hot out, and your body's fatigued a little bit. But now, it's about putting that behind you and being focused going into the season, not only as an individual but as a team.
Good to see you. Oh, Richter's been doing the whole thing. I got my feet on the ground, but it's slipping away, and now I'm trying to control things in my soul.
There's no place like home, even though if it's -19. I love Toronto. Can't wait to go home, see the family, recharge the battery before March 15th, definitely, and so yeah, let's get ready and just fight for our spots and get the 3 points in Seattle.
I'm so lost, and I'm so